to elevate.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. I'm one brother.
And I'm the second brother. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. We have an amazing, I know I say it every week. Or every time, every episode. But this, truly, they are amazing episodes. And you would agree. If you don't agree, leave it to the comments. But today we have an amazing episode for you. So without much further ado, Mr. Phil, back to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I just wanted to say, if this series that we're doing, the Two Brothers channel, if it's touching you in any way, share it, like, and comment. Mr. Clay, let me let you do the housekeeping. I know I've done a little bit, but
okay,
go a bit further.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, as you know, we want to get this message out there. We want people to enjoy it. Don't just you enjoying it. We want others to also enjoy it. So feel free to share, to leave a comment, and to subscribe, to the channel. Because the more likes that and put a like, especially, the more likes there are on the views, the more the algorithm and YouTube will share the videos. So don't be selfish. We're not selling fish. Don't be selfish. Share the video so that others can enjoy it alongside you. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Last episode, we spoke about the economy of abundance. And one of the most powerful things in the economy of abundance that we've not even told you yet, I'm going to tell you now, is that the economy of abundance runs on the currency of goodwill. It runs on the currency of goodwill. So we said we're going to do 100 videos. We're getting close to 100 now. We have, I believe, 87, 88 now. Okay. And by the time we get to 100, you see why we keep talking about these 100 videos, because we're going to step things up. And this information is there to touch people's lives. Okay. Now, how unreasonable do you have to be to think you are expecting goodwill from other people, but you don't want to give other people goodwill? You're expecting information to come to you, but you don't want to share it with other people. No, in the economy of abundance, what guarantees you success is your willingness to share. The moment you're not sharing, guess what you fall into immediately? The scarcity economy. And then you're now in the abundance economy, trying to be scarce, trying to be operating as a scarcity-minded person. Then you will have a horrible time of it. While everyone is having fun, you're going to be having. So let that encourage you that you have to have a mindset of sharing. Every time you see our video, just share. Because that is your own telling yourself that I'm part of the abundance economy. And what we do here, from my own action, is I'm sharing. So I expect to be shared with. I'm sharing, so I expect to be shared with. In this economy, it is normal that we share. Now, in the scarcity economy, they don't share. And we know where that has led us to. We know what problems, what issues, what dysfunction not sharing creates. So I'm encouraging you, be aware. Don't bring that outlook into the abundance economy that we are running on the Two Brothers channel. We've given genius. We're going to change your life. However, it's always going to be, the universe is only going to open the door for you to the tune of how you've helped others. One of my most favorite quote is from Zig Ziglar when it says, "You will get all you want from life, or you will get all you desire out of life when you help enough people get what they desire." So start asking yourself, who have I helped achieve any desire? If you haven't, could that be why you are not experiencing your desires? It is a simple principle, but it's a principle of the economy of abundance that says, I will get all I want out of life when I help enough people get what they want. Now, I know we come from the me, myself, and I paradigm. As long as I'm okay, everybody can go to places. But guess what we found, ladies and gentlemen? People with that paradigm, when they say, as long as I'm okay, first and foremost, they're not okay. We find out that they're not actually okay. And then when trouble comes, they got nobody. Mr. Clay, please add your thoughts.
Wow. Mr. Phil is on fire. It looks like today's topic we have to wait, people. When we get this one off our chest. Mr. Phil, bottom line is, like we were saying just before we started recording, we are all we've got.
Ooh. I will type that in the thingy. We are all we have got. Carry on, sir.
And if we're not building that network and empowering that network, then we have nothing.
I like that. So the quote is, we are all we've got. And if we are not building ourselves, we have nothing. Carry on, sir. That's a quote.
Powerful. Let me put my name on that one. Thank you very much.
Please, yeah, Mr. Clay, that's you.
You made it better. So you can share in the royalties that comes from it.
No problem. No, it's your quote. Don't worry.
It's abundance. It's abundance. So when you're focused, last episode we were talking about abundance economy. And I don't think we quite, you understand what this world has conditioned us to live in scarcity when we should have been conditioned to live in abundance. Because when you look at one seed, you plant one seed and it grows into a tree that gives you endless fruits. Not seed, you don't start with sweet, it gives you sweet fruit first. So you enjoy the fruit. Then it gives you endless seed from one single seed. That's how the world is designed. So there's no reason why you want to be scarce. There's so much to go around. There's too much to enjoy. So you are always you and your network is what you've got. And until everybody realize that, all your lack goes down to it. If you're in lack, if you're experiencing lack, if you don't think you have enough of anything, just look at what you've invested in your network. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. You see, I was talking to a lot of people that we're working with in Nigeria at the moment, and a thing came up. And the thing is that they all want to leave Nigeria. All of them. Not only them, the one that have pets, their cat and their dog want to follow them. The one that have cockroaches in the house want to follow them as well. The cockroaches have already got their back. I'm going to run. Now, I don't blame them. I was there once. I know how it feels. But here's what I found. there's something called collective agreements. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I know that's a long intro before we got here, but it was necessary. There's something called collective agreements. And we have to be aware of collective agreements as we speak and we talk about Africa. We talk about African development. It's almost even sounding, it's sad. Because African development is almost sounding like an oxymoron to me. That's how bad things have become. African and development is almost looking like they should not be together. Wow. Let's go on. African development, African restoration, us taking our rightful place again, because we were there once. You only need to look at the facial features of the pharaohs in Egypt. They're black people. It's so bad that white people saw the nose were like me. So the white people said, nah, we can't allow this. So they started chipping the nose off. Imagine a whole statue. The only thing you want to chip off is the nose. Think about it. So we're there once. What I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that failure is not in our DNA. You're not hearing me. Mr. Clay, they're not hearing me.
They're not. Say it again, sir. Say it again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Failure is not in our DNA. It's an imposture. It was introduced. It's a foreign agent. Failure is not us naturally. Mr. Phil, what are you talking about? Look at us. We must be cursed. Some people are even very comfortable to even say that we're cursed more than to say that we're not failures. But let's break it down. Like I always say, if failure was in our DNA, how come the most creative people on earth seems to be black? If you want to see any dance trend on TikTok, who doesn't know one leg? Remember when that guy started just one video? I saw it the first time he did it. If you want to do African dance, and the guy came. I don't even think, do you know the sad thing about this? We don't have media presence and we don't have the distribution system, because I don't even think that guy has the royalty for what great work he did there. The whole world started doing that one leg. Creative of one guy, black guy. What about the songs that reign from Jerusalem to the one that say you want to chill with the big boys? You want to? You get what I'm saying? Is that not Nigeria? You want to bamba? You want to chill with the big boys? Think about it. Then the next one, the one that goes, cause I fuck up. Who never fuck up? Put your hand in the air. That one makes me laugh. No hands. Cause I fuck up. Look at that creativity. Look at that creativity. Mr. Gray, you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yep.
In our oppression, in our dysfunction, in our dealing with so many issues, these things still come out. I keep talking about Afrobeats ruling the world now. I know I keep talking about Olamide, I talk about Burna Boy, I'm talking about Wizkid. I said Olamide is my favorite, okay. But I've been thinking about it, and I realized that Wizkid is actually better when he's performing. He's a better performer. And what's his name? Burna Boy is an amazing performer. So right now I'm like, okay, all three of them, but it's more than that. I'm not even talking about Davido. So if I've not mentioned their name, doesn't mean that they're not good. Where is the failure in that DNA? Despite all the odds, these people are world beaters. Yeah. Then let's look at, okay, I keep talking about the Olympics. The fastest men, the fastest women are Africans. So what are we talking about? Mr. Clay, what are your thoughts?
Mr. Phil, you know, I was listening to a white comedian say that, you know, it is amazing how, you know, he doesn't know how white people were able to capture black people as slaves because because when he turns on his TV, they're the strongest, fastest, they're practically human beings. So he's saying that we did a big trick. How did we do it? What kind of magic did we wield, you know, to capture them and use them as slaves? That's unbelievable. How did we do that? He can't believe it. So, and I know a lot of people are listening to it. Yeah, it's true. How did they do it? You know, so when it comes to natural ability, is it the brains we have it? Is it the physical strength we have it? Is it the beauty we have it? So we're truly, truly blessed.
They're even finding out, Mr. Clay, that melanin is actually a bioconductor. Better than coltan that they're killing for in Congo.
Wow.
So they find out that what makes us even black in our skin is the best bioconductor in the universe.
Wow. They might be coming after you for your skin.
That's what I'm saying. We are too valuable.
Wow.
So the point is this. When I say that failure is not in our DNA, it's a foreign agent. It's a foreign introduction. What are we talking about? We're talking about collective agreements. So how come where we come from is the way it is? Let me explain what collective agreement is. Have you been to a place where, you know, you walk into a church and everybody, they're praying, you kind of walk in quietly. If there's a meeting going on and you come in late, you don't just come in and hey, everybody, no, you come in quiet. Mr. Claire is laughing because he knows someone that does that.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah.
Collective agreement, it goes into things like a library. You know, it is agreed that in a library, we've all agreed collectively that it's going to be quiet. So you don't come with your massive boom blaster and start playing music in the library. Everybody will look like, are you mad? Okay. But collective agreements do not stop there. There's some collective agreements that are very quiet, but they're operational. One simple one is, I was telling Mr. Claire the other day about the collective agreement in Nigeria when I was growing up, silent. As a child in Nigeria, I thought nothing of eating something and throwing the wrapper on the floor. I thought nothing of it. It was, oh, this is what we do here. We eat, we don't throw the wrapper away, we throw it on the floor. As a matter of fact, when people come and they don't want to throw it on the floor, we're looking at them as, is there something wrong with you? You're not throwing it on the floor. Why are you looking for a bin? Ha! Until I came to London and I found a different collective agreement operational. The different collective agreement in London that was silent, but it was operational is that you don't eat things and drop the litter on the floor. So I learned it many years of being in London. I thought about it, it's true. Why would I be? It's because someone will have to take the time to go and clean that mess that I made. Why am I creating work where there should be no work? Then I realized when I got to Nigeria, I was the weird person. Because now I got to Nigeria, everybody was expecting me that, what's wrong with this guy? Oyibo, he doesn't want to throw it on the floor. I beg, throw it on the floor, Jerry, and everything. Then we now say Nigeria is dirty. When the collective agreement operational is that we are dirty people here. Of course, nobody's going to say we are dirty people here. But the collective agreement is, as I guess, we are dirty here. And we're talking about London. London, compared to some European countries, is even dirty. There's some European country like Switzerland that it is even stricter. The collective agreement there is even stricter. You will not see anything on the floor. Nothing. Another collective place is Japan, apparently. It's amazingly clean. Why? Because the collective agreement is that we're clean people here. Only mad people drop litter. Now, it goes on and on, because if you look at the collective agreement, another collective agreement in Africa, look at our roads in Africa.
Yeah.
The collective agreement that is quiet but is very operational is that no rule. Nobody follows any rule here. Let me give you the first thing. When you get to Nigeria, the first thing you hear is the collective agreement is that they don't even know why things are there. This is a horn, it can make noise, so I can make music with it. Meanwhile, the collective agreement in the UK is that don't press your horn. You only press your horn in the UK when it is the last resort. Things are gonna get destroyed. Someone's gonna die. So when you press your horn once in the UK, everybody go, oh, expecting to see someone to die. Or a near miss. Or danger. In Nigeria, you just want to say hello. Hello,
In Nigeria, they don't use the indicator. They use their horn.
Thank you. They don't use, see? The collective agreement is that we abuse. What do you mean? Abuse means abnormal use. Things. Whereas in the UK, you can go for an entire day, an entire week, an entire month, and not hear a horn used by anybody. Occasionally, you will hear sirens, ambulances. But even with the ambulance and the police in the UK, when they're going through a residential area, they will switch off the siren. While they're going full speed, they'll switch off the steering, the siren, and only switch it on to warn people that they're coming if they see someone ahead. But if there's no one ahead, they'll just use the lights. Because they expect, the collective agreement is that when you're driving in the UK, you're observant. So the lights should be enough to let you know that they're coming. But if that is not enough, on the rare occasion, okay, we'll put on our siren. But the moment we get to where people are living, we switch it off again. So it's not constant, even in the UK. Can you see? So the collective agreement in the UK, even though it's silent and in developed places, is that we use our sense here. We are considerate here. Nigeria is the way it is because of the running collective agreements. Silent as they are deadly or effective. Which one you choose? So the Nigeria, nothing is working. The roads are the way. They use their horn as traffication. Those are all collective agreements that you people have made. So I can look. You know the crazy thing? Some people will think, oh, because when I get to this point, everybody can be very depressed. Because they'll be thinking, oh, we know we've messed up. And you can be very depressed because you're thinking maybe there's no solution, but there is. That's the good news. We are here to tell you there are solutions. And the solution is not running away from Nigeria, because unfortunately, what will end up happening is this. Mr. Claire is laughing. I'll tell you the truth, but I'll give it to Mr. Claire in a minute. The solution is not running away from Nigeria, because we did. And we're telling you what we found. What we found is that we realized that if only we had applied the right collective agreements where we're coming from, we would have a better life than we now have after running away. So what it means is that you will run. Oh, come on. Yeah, by all means, run to the UK, run to the US. By all means, get your fill. When you will get there, what you will find is that they are ready for you to put you at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of everything. And when you have served at the bottom of the, okay, yeah, you will look like you're better than people at home, yeah. But the ultimate thing is that when you get to the level that we are, you now realize that I'm gone. All that effort that I've put into another system to make another system better, I could have put it all in where I've come from that I need to repair anyway. Hence, we're having this conversation. Hence, we're having this dialogue. Because unfortunately, God forbid, but it's inevitable if we do not turn this ship around, that everybody else will come and share Africa. Because if you do not take care of what is yours, someone else will come and take it from you. That is the law of the universe. It's not about, look, even God, if they don't fight you for it, you're already running away from it anyway. You're already running away from it anyway. So it's going to be left vacant for people. And all they will bring to turn that place into paradise, all they will bring to turn that place into paradise is not money. To turn Africa into paradise, all they will bring is responsibility, diligence, accountability. That's all they will bring. None of that costs you money right there in Nigeria right now, right there in Africa right now. That's all they will bring. Delivering on objectives. That's all they will bring, and they will transform that place into Africa. And guess what? They will leave you here in the cold, put some systems in the place, and be enjoying your sunshine over there. Mr. Clay, what are your thoughts?
It's a scary thought to think what they would turn that place into. It will literally be heaven on earth. And people, you then will be trying to get back in.
Yeah. Which will show that it was not the land that was the problem. It was you. Mr. Clay, carry on, please.
Ironic. You're like, well, you know the one that just ran away. No, I want back in now. I want back in. It would be crazy. It would be like, oh, are you for you? Because you signed that you don't want to ever come back here.
God forbid. They'll be dying in the Mediterranean swimming the other way.
So, it's like Mr. Phil said, all they will bring is that collective agreement. And they will turn that place into paradise. And the law of use, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Mm.
It's there. If you're not using it correctly, somebody else will use it better than you. So which is why it's good to share these videos, because I don't know what they're preaching in churches, because I can tell from what I'm seeing in the society that there's no point them even going to church anymore. Because the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them, right? We can see the fruits.
By their fruits you shall know them. And like you said, we can see the fruit. And the fruit is horrible. Mr. Claire, carry on.
It's like I always say when it comes to this thing, yeah, half of Nigeria is Christian and the other half is Muslim. So you should have double heaven.
Instead, right? You have double hell. Some people will even say it's more than double hell. Carry on.
So you're in a position where you're saying, okay, so is this what heaven's gonna be like? Since we're all Christian, what's going on, people?
You see, Mr. Clay, carry on, please. Sorry.
And the thing that amazes me is the fact that when they're now doing elections, they make it such a big deal that the president has to be Muslim, but you can't have Muslim president and vice president. You must have Christian president, Muslim vice president, or vice versa. It's a big deal if you have Muslim because
they've taken over.
And then you're thinking, what is religion got to do with your politics? Well, we can see from society that religion is just a joke, right? It's a joke. I said it. Mr. Akile said it.
Mr. Phil backs him up. It's a joke because we're calling it a joke not because of the religion itself. We respect religion, but look at the results though. Are the results not a joke? Now, guess what? Very soon we're going to start allowing people to come and say their mind on the Two Brothers channel. Yes, we're going to. We just don't want to be in a situation where you're just giving, because again, this is going to Africa, so it's not only Nigeria, anywhere in Africa. We're going to invite you, and we're going to come because I know as we're talking, some of you will be thinking, yeah, but... Yeah, Mr. Phil, yeah, Mr. Clay, we know what you're talking about, but you see, we want you to come and have that conversation. Let us deal with this buts. What do you think, Mr. Clay?
Oh, yeah, can't wait. That's going to be an exciting call-in show.
Yes, we're going to be having call-in show where we're going to be dealing with the but whatever you think is the obstacle. Why we cannot develop, why we cannot improve, why we cannot start the journey, if it's 1,000,000 miles, I don't care. Why we cannot have that step. This channel, guess what? I know. We're not using the best cameras. We're not using the best lighting. We're not using the best of anything. But guess what? We don't have to. You know what someone said? Very wise person said, whatever is worth doing poorly at first.
Yeah.
Just start. That's what we're doing here. We're just starting the dialogue. We're not looking to be perfect first. So we're not expecting you to be perfect before we start the journey. Let me repeat what I said. We're not expecting you to be perfect before we start the journey. But the journey has started. Give Genius is on ground. Give Genius, we started the economy of abundance. We're talking about collective agreements now to make you realize that they're there. So we're not just talking about this thing. And like we just said now, we're going to open the door so that we can have a back and forth conversation. So it's not just us just saying our things from our perspective and not considering what you're going through. So we're going to be looking forward to that. Okay. So that's a bit on collective agreements. I'll let Mr. Clare round up, and then we'll close out.
Yeah. It's gonna be a very exciting chapter, the Colin show. And you know, there is an amazing thing that you keep saying, that sometimes we think that everybody is thinking in the same light, you know, or should be thinking the same light. So it'll be interesting to see how, because when we first started this channel, funny enough, a lot of people started watching our program and started saying, "Oh, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with that. You know, that's not the whole story." You know, and we said, I remember, Mr. Phil, what did you say to them that time?
Actually, it was you that said the best thing. I must admit, you know, I just didn't care. I had the outlook, and I still do have the outlook, that we need to say what needs to be said first. I knew a lot of things that people don't know we were planning. Like, I knew Give Genius was in the works. I knew the people that we're working with in Africa. I knew that this information has to be there first for them to even go there and start thinking. So I knew that. So when they were saying that, I don't agree with this, I thought to myself, I'm not bothered with that yet. But you gave them the best response. And the response was?
The response video.
Do a response video. And unfortunately, I would say it's unfortunate, because no one has done a response video yet.
They're waiting for the first one.
We're waiting for the first response video to the Two Brothers channel. Eagerly waiting, not just waiting, we're eagerly.
The popcorn is already ready.
We're eagerly waiting. Now, the reason, and the only reason why people will not do that, even though they've got something to say, is back to that thing: responsibility and commitment. They're not that committed to their objection to be responsible enough to do a response video. So if you're not that committed to your response, why would you want me to be committed to it? So in a way, they've just disqualified themselves. I'm talking about those people that are really, really, really strongly opposed. There's some people that fall into the category of they've not listened to us long enough. And then when they listened to us long enough, they thought, okay, no, I don't really object. Then they kept quiet. Those ones, they're there too. And then the third category are the ones which I'm here for, and we're building this library for, which is the most important thing: building this library, sending the vibration out. And for those that are coming back to us and saying, this is changing my life. I'm learning so much. I didn't know none of this before. Those are the ones we're really building the 100 videos for. Because believe it or not, when we move away from the 100 videos, there are other things we can talk about, but we need to lay a foundation for people that are not where we are, that don't have the experience that we have, that don't have the outlook that we have, that don't have the access to information that we've had, to actually have something to go to. So we can say, oh, you're new? Okay. Choose any topic from the first 100. Don't try and go to the second one, 200. No. First 100. That's where you need to. Once you're familiar with that, then come with us. Okay. And on top of that, we are already doing something that no one else has done. We're not only giving you information, we're not only motivating you, we're not only giving you, we're not only putting ourselves in a position where we say, come and check or converse on our points. We're giving you access, we have a meeting, We have meetings that we're going to be inviting you to. On top of that, we now have a platform that you can use these principles that we're teaching to generate income for yourself. So we're putting our money where our mouth is, and our mouth is where our money is. We're practicing what we preach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're delivering. So there's nothing we're saying you should do in Africa. There's nothing that we're saying can be done. There's nothing that we're saying should be done that we've not already been doing. And going to be doing more and more and more. And we're already breaking records as we speak.
Yes, sir.
One day we will share with you the 16 points that makes Give Genius unbeatable. That's already there.
Yeah.
So we're not just, I know, in the scarcity economy, people just shoot off their mouth. Start rubbish. We're used to that. But in the economy of abundance, there's something called promises to keep. You keep your promises. There's nothing that will come out of this mouth that I'm pointing to that I will not back up. And guess what? I'm an African man. For my DNA, I will take you to where I came from, Iragberi. Son of the soil of Iragberi in Osun State. So this is not white man talking to you. This is the son of the soil of the soil. And I'm telling you that I mean what I say and I say what I mean and I deliver 100%. Mr. Clay, over to you.
Yes, sir. You've said it all. I can't add any more to it. Hope you guys pick one or two things from this episode because there's so much gems. I mean, when Mr. Phil says, when Mr. Phil's dropping it, he's dropping it. So there's so much gems. So maybe watch it more than once to make sure you've gotten it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Over to you, Mr. Phil. Bye.
Mr. Clay, I can't wait to leave. Brevity. Let's keep it brief. The bottom line is that, like he said, share with other people, have conversations around this. Because that is where your collective agreements will be formed from. The good news is that the collective agreement you don't have to change the whole of Nigeria with your collective agreement. It could just be in your household. It could just be in your household that says, you know what, in this household, whenever we cook, we wash all the utensils before we eat. In this household, we wash, because that's one of the things I actually introduced, and my daughter is excellent at it. When she finished cooking, the kitchen is spotless. I love that. But it's a quiet collective agreement. Some people, when they finish cooking, the kitchen looks like a bomb hit it. Then they will finish eating, the sink look like the bombs hit it. We don't have that collective agreement here. Am I saying we're better than anybody? No, but I'm just showing you that even in your household, collective agreements operate. We're going to be clean. We're going to be dirty. We're going to be loud. We're going to be toxic. Toxicity is another collective agreement.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be happy is a collective agreement. We're going to be sad. We're going to be confused. We're going to be sane. These are all collective agreements that you start from your own household. Then let your friends look at your household and go, you know what? Your household is peaceful. I like this collective agreement. Let your neighbor see you, your friend sees you and say, you know what? Your household is sane. And then, so we're not saying go out there and try to change people. No, we're saying change yourself. Change yourself and be the example that other people will follow.
Hmm.
On that note, see you next time. God bless.
Powerful. Thank you, sir.